Can you tell that my hair is wet? I hope not. But welcome back to my channel. Today we are reading romance books. Well, I guess I should say this week. This week we are reading romance books for the entire week, but I wish I did this last week because then I could have this out before Valentine's Day, but now you guys won't be able to come along with me and do like some cute little Valentine's Day things because Valentine's Day is on Wednesday, today's Sunday. But I'm also just really in the mood for a good romance. I've been reading a lot of fantasy, I feel like. Yeah, that's right. I feel like I've been reading a lot of fantasy recently. I don't know, but I just finished Harry Potter, so I feel like I need a little bit of like a palate cleanser, and romances are my favorite for that. And also, let me show you the amount of romances that I grabbed from the public library because they were just calling my name. Guys, this is so ridiculous. I know, this is ridiculous. This is a lot. But they were calling my name, and I was like, you know what? Let's just sit together. Let's read romances together this week in celebration of Valentine's Day. I'm gonna quickly show you all of the books that I have here, even though I do have an idea of which one I want to start with. I have Loathe to Love You by Ali Hazelwood, Love Theoretically, also by Ali Hazelwood, Made in Manhattan by Lauren Lane, The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren, The True Love Experiment, also by Christina Lauren. This one I was shocked to see in the library. I literally audibly gasped. This is Hello Stranger by Katherine, and I'm pretty sure this is the book that came out in like August. Like, it's less than a year old, and which is why I was shocked that my library had it, because normally I feel like when they get new books, there's typically like a wait list for it, but no, it was just sitting there in the library, and I was like, you're coming home with me. Anyways, we've got 6 books to choose from for this video. We'll probably read 3 or 4 depending on how busy my week gets. I think I'm gonna start out with Loathe to Love You by Ali Hazelwood. I've read one of Ali Hazelwood's books before. I always forget which one it was. I have to check my Goodreads every single time. Oh yes, it was The Love Hypothesis, and I really liked that one, so I have high hopes for this one and the other one that I had from her. But this one specifically is like 3 novellas in one, so it's Under One Roof, Stuck With You, and Below Zero, and I want to read this one because Below Zero is in it, which I feel like I have to read in the winter. So we're gonna start with this one. I'm on chapter 2 of the first novella, Under One Roof, and I'm really liking this one so far. It's about a girl named Myra and a girl named Mara, and her friend dies but leaves Mara this house, but the house is like co-owned, so Mara's friend's cousin, I think, technically. Mara's friend that died owned this house with her family, so technically now Mara owns half of the house, technically. She's trying to move into this house, and the person that she co-owns it with is this like beefy lawyer man who works for some oil company, and Mara is a environmental engineer for the EPA, which I think is part of why I really am liking this so far, because that was something I used to want to do, so I just think that's cute. Also really makes me like her character a lot. So I'm on page 73, and I don't know what it is about this novella, but I'm eating it up. I think part of it might be because the first chapter was like a flash forward moment, you know what I mean? Like, so we started with seeing their relationship, and now we've gone back like 6 months to kind of see like the build up. So we already know what's gonna happen, but I kind of prefer that because I feel like most romances it's pretty obvious what's gonna happen. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm really like just eating it up. Ali Hazelwood definitely does not write closed door romances, so if that's what you're looking for, I do not recommend her. At least of the now 1.5 books that I've read from her, they have not been closed door. But I just finished Under One Roof, which is the first novella in this book, and it was so good. I loved their couple so much that I was literally kicking my feet while reading it. Like, I just loved them so much, and now I'm kind of hoping that the other 2 romances like are gonna kind of intertwine with this one as well, because my inkling suspicion is that Mara's 2 other friends are these 2 other romances. I don't know if that's like actually real because I didn't read the synopsis of this, so I have no idea, but that means if it is, I'll still get more of Mara in it, which I'm not ready to say goodbye to them, so I kind of hope that that's the case. Yes, I have been sitting in my bed all day. Isn't that what Sundays are for though? I also just had the realization like 2 minutes ago that it's Sunday and like I need to get ready for bed soon because I have work in the morning. I literally forgot. I don't know how. Anyways, I just started my Bookstagram account and I'm so excited. It's Read Mo Books with like the little underscores, but you can probably find it if you just search my name. It's also in like my main account's Instagram bio, but as of right now I literally have 0 posts and I'm only following like myself, my boyfriend, and my sister, so there's literally nothing on it right now. I felt like I needed to do it, you know? So now I have 2 accounts, my Bookstagram and my personal account, and I'm just gonna try it out. I've been putting it off for a while because I was like, oh, I don't want Instagram to feel like a chore, and I don't want it to like feel like just another thing that I need to do, you know? So we're just gonna try it out, see how it goes, but so far I'm excited. So up until now I was posting like book content on my main account, and I feel like if I want to grow in the book space, that's just not the way to go about things. I need to have my own separate account for books. So I think that's just because that'll give me more confidence to post about books if it's in my book Instagram account, because I know like people that are following my main account right now, they could probably care less about the books that I'm posting, but the people on my book account probably hopefully would care. Guys, the second novella just opened up with them getting stuck in an elevator. I don't know if I could read this. That is my biggest fear. Like, I don't know. Ignore my hair, okay? I'm doing Heatless Girls. One of my pet peeves in romance books is when the main girl sticks out her tongue. Because let's be so for real, when is the last time you've seen someone stick their tongue out in real life? And also, that's so embarrassing for you. Why are you sticking your tongue out? Keep it in your mouth, girl. But I was correct in my theory that since it's 3 friends and there's 3 novellas, that this follows every single friend, which I feel like I should have realized sooner, but it's fine. I'm now on page 199, chapter 9, and a little over halfway through the book. So the first novella was like an enemies to lovers, and now this one is more of second chance romance. This one I don't have as strong feelings for the couple as I did in the first one. I just want to know what happens at the end. Like why are they second chance? You know what I mean? Like what happened to like split them up? It is Monday, so I'm about to log on to work, but I actually read a good amount this morning. I'm 1 chapter into Below Zero, so I'm on page 242. And I don't know, I don't really have any thoughts on the Below Zero one so far because I've read like 3 pages of it, but I did like Stuck With You. Nothing compares to the couple in Under One Roof. I don't know why I loved them so much, but I did. Anyways, I don't think I'm gonna finish this today, but that'd be really slay if I did. But I do need to log on to work, and then after that I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I need to edit a video. So I think those are my priorities today, but I probably will read more tonight. I'm on my lunch right now, so let's try this little drink. This is sparkling lemon and strawberry apple cider vinegar beverage from Trader Joe's. I tried the pomegranate one already, but you could really taste the apple cider in that one. And I can't remember what flavor I had a couple weeks ago at my sister's, and you couldn't taste the apple cider vinegar at all on that one, so let's try this one. I have high hopes for this one because the poppy, that's the lemon and strawberry flavor, is like one of my favorite poppies. Okay, let's try it. Kind of tastes like applesauce. I don't know why. I don't know if I like it. They have one more flavor that I still need to try, but honestly I'm debating like just getting different sparkling waters and putting my own apple cider vinegar into it, because that seems more like, what's the word? It'll save me money doing that, because these cans are like $2 per can, and if I can find some sparkling water that tastes good with apple cider vinegar, that's gonna be so much cheaper than buying these cans. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. No one cares about this, but I thought it'd be fun. I love romance books and all, but I forgot about the simple fact that almost every single romance book says something along the lines of, even though he's probably twice as big and 10 times stronger than me. Now that I'm on the 3rd novella, I have heard this 3 times at bare minimum, like, because I'm sure it's come up multiple times in each novella, because you know when you meet the main guy character for the first time, they always like to throw out a little, oh, I'm so small and he is so big, and Hazelwood has done that so many times in these 3 novellas that it's like almost comical at this point, but it's also kind of very annoying. I'm now on page 290, and I don't think I explained anything about this novella, and I also think it's second chance romance because we're getting 2 timelines here. I don't know if I'm loving this one, but that's been kind of the theme of the past 2. Not that I haven't liked them, it's just like I haven't loved them. Like they've still been really good and I'm still really enjoying it. Obviously, because I've read so much of it already, I might even finish it tonight. Also, this Below Zero one so far has been so unrealistic. Not that most books are realistic, but I just kind of feel like in a romance like this, it should be at least slightly realistic. And if you've read it, you probably know what I'm talking about because it happens pretty early on. But I don't want to like give it away, obviously. But I'm like, that just would never happen. I was like, I don't care who you are, that would never happen. Can you see my bag? Yeah, you can. That's not cute. That was my gym bag. Anyways, I haven't updated you guys since last night because I didn't read a ton this morning, and I normally allot some time to like read in the morning, but I had to go into the office this morning, so by the time I got out of bed and got to the office, that meant I did not have time to read. Normally I'll read before I get ready to leave for the office. Well, I get ready, then read, and then leave for the office. Anyway, that is so much information that probably no one needed, and I don't know if you can tell right now, I have so much energy. I don't know where it came from at all, because I did in fact just work a 9 to 5, then I went to the gym, then I ate dinner, I'm about to go shower, But I figured since I have an insane amount of energy, we would talk about my books, okay? I finished Loathe and Love You last night. I think I'm gonna give this a 3.5. If I was rating them all individually, the first one would get a 4-star without a doubt. I loved it so much. Like, I could probably read a whole book about this couple and just eat it up. The rest of them, I just started to get annoyed at the fact that she would always be like, oh, they're so big and this bigness and big, big, big. And I was like, girl, tell me he's big one more time. Ugh. I don't care that much about how big he is. Like, I truly don't care. It drove me crazy. I don't know why. Anyways, let me have a tiny bit of chill for once in my life. I did start reading Katherine Center's Hello Stranger. My camera's about to die, so we'll talk about this after my shower, but I'm currently on chapter 8 and I've been switching between the audiobook and actually like reading it because when I went to the gym, I did like a walk-run workout, and my favorite thing recently when I do my walk-run workouts is to listen to an audiobook because I'm literally just walking/running. I don't know why, I just love it. So that got me a good way through it, and I also listened to the audiobook like on my commute to and from work. Another reason why I love audiobooks, because that commute with that traffic would be so much worse if I didn't have an audiobook. But yeah, anything gym or car like to where I don't really need to use my mind, I've taken that same route every single day, perfect for an audiobook, okay? I don't like the rules, but I do enforce them. This update before I did this to my hair, but you know what? I can't go back in time, so we're just gonna have to go with it. I'm sleeping in my hair like this so it'll curl for work tomorrow. But I mentioned earlier when I had way too much energy to be talking to a camera that I did start Hello Stranger by Katherine Center. I've gotten to chapter 8. Nope. I've got to chapter 9, page 94. I'm really liking it so far. My public library had this in the romance section, but right now it's kind of giving more literary fiction vibes than romance. I'm sure the romance part will come, especially because she just got asked out. Also, I'm just realizing how cute these little details on this cover are. That's so cute. Anyways, she did just get asked out on page 94, so it's taken a while, but it has not been slow by any means. Basically, here's the gist of what's going on without any spoilers, obviously. Basically, there's this girl who is a portrait artist, so she literally paints people's faces for a living. That's an important note. And then she gets into an accident and she gets facial blindness, so she can no longer see people's faces, which that in itself is so fascinating to me, to the point where I even like googled facial blindness, and I'm wondering like how much of this in the book is like true to people in real life that experience facial blindness. Like, I'm sure she did her research and everything, but like we would never really know. As someone that's like, I can see faces, I would never really know what it's like to experience where you can't see faces. Anyways, you can probably tell that I'm really liking this so far. For me, it's really easy to fall in love with a book if I really like the characters and the storyline, and right now I'm liking both. It's not like wowing my socks off either. Like, wait, that is not the same. It's not blowing my socks off. I can't remember the same, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's not wowing me. I'm not like dying to read this book. I will not stay up till 3 a.m. tonight reading, but I'm still very much enjoying it. Let's get to reading now that there's a little bit of a romance start. I'm excited. Good morning. I do have to go into the office today, but with it being Valentine's Day, I'm wearing this cute little white button-up that has like all of these little hearts on it, and then my sleeve has like hearts on it too. I don't know where it's from because I thrifted it, but I just thought it was so freaking cute for Valentine's Day. I actually kind of prefer this shirt with jeans, but I don't feel like wearing jeans today, so I'm wearing slacks. I read a little bit last night and then this morning, so I'm now on page 154, chapter 16. There's not really a ton to update and nothing I can really say about like the plot that is not a spoiler at this point, but I did hit the over halfway part. Wait, did I? Actually, not yet. I'm at 48% according to Libby. So I'm at a good chunk of the way through. We are getting a little bit more romance, but I still wouldn't call this a romance book. I tried to look it up on Google, but Google was not helpful. I guess I should trust the library and say that it's romance, and I guess we're just kind of getting to that point. Maybe it's just like a slower romance because we're focusing on like her other problems at the moment, you know, because she literally cannot see faces. So obviously she's got some problems to solve, and that's what we are like currently right at this moment trying to figure out. With today being Valentine's Day, I haven't really sat down and read a ton, but I did end up getting to chapter 24, so I'm pretty close. And at this point, I feel like I can successfully say that this shouldn't be categorized under romance, at least not in my brain. I feel like this is more of like general fiction, or wait, maybe literary fiction? Wait, what is the difference? I don't know, but I feel like we're focused on the main character so much that you can't really say that this is a romance because like we don't see the man a lot. I don't think I worded that correctly. She's the main focus and like her her story and her facial blindness and her painting. That's the main story to me. The romance is like a subplot. Like, you wouldn't go and call a fantasy with a subplot of romance a romance novel, because it's not. That's kind of how I feel about this book. And I feel like most people on the internet haven't classified this book as a romance, but it was categorized as romance at my library, which is why I picked it up for this video. I always wanted to read this, so I would have picked it up either way, but I did go into it thinking that I would be getting a romance, and I don't think this is a romance, basically is what I'm trying to say. That doesn't mean I don't like it, it just means that I was not expecting that, but actually I'm digging it. Like, I really like books where we're just following along, you know? Like, not a ton has happened, but it's enough to where I'm hooked and I like the characters. I'm such a big character person, guys. I don't like the characters, I'm probably not gonna like the book unless they're like characters that I like to hate, you know what I mean? That's a different story. Anyways, this short update is already too long. I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm really hoping that we will get to finish this one tomorrow because I'm pretty close. My computer is running so hard right now. You can probably hear it. Normally I don't edit in the mornings. I normally wait until I get off of work, but I woke up pretty early this morning and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna edit because I want this video to go out on Saturday and it's now Thursday. So I was like, I'm just gonna edit so that I can export it tonight and upload it to YouTube. Anyways, it's like loading because it's downloading it right now, but I'm at chapter 25, which is page 246, and I think we've hit the third act conflict part of the book, but it's also so weird because like Sadie, the main character, doesn't know what she did wrong, and the guy's like not saying what happened. So it's like, I don't even know. I don't know if I'm supposed to know, and I just like missed that part. No one knows what's like, we're all confused basically, like what? So hopefully we figure out pretty soon because I just can't handle this. I need to know what the heck happened. Some juicy stuff just happened and I do not want to put this book down, but I'm going to, and I'm gonna finish it later for sure. I mean, hopefully I'm gonna finish it later, but I'm so close. Good morning and happy Friday. Let's catch up because I didn't update you guys at all yesterday except in the morning. And I would like to just say that that is because my neighbor decided to start playing his electric guitar and he didn't stop until like 11 p.m. And by the time he had stopped, I was like, thank goodness I can go to bed now. And I 100% blame him for my headache coming back. And now there's just like pain. Anyways, I'm kind of a mess partly because of that. Actually, let's take my hair down because yeah, that's atrocious. So I did finish Hello Stranger yesterday, which was my goal. I really wanted to finish it yesterday, and I did. I am still sitting in between my rating. It's between a 3.5 and a 4. I just don't know if it's quite at the 4 mark, but I don't think it's a 3 either. I think part of the problem I had with this book is that I went into it having really high expectations because I've seen people rave about this book, and I was so excited to get my hands on my first ever Katherine Center book. I don't know if that makes sense, but expectations were too high, and I went into it thinking I was getting something that I'm not. But I did start my next book, and I showed you guys in the beginning that I had a lot of options to choose from, and to be very honest, I didn't want to choose this option, but I have the physical copy of this book and I borrowed the audiobook on Libby, and Libby tells you when someone's waiting, and when someone's waiting for a book you obviously can't renew it, but I also feel bad not returning it early, and I know I'm putting that on myself because I don't have to return it early, but whenever I put a book on hold on Libby, I'm always hoping that someone will return it early so that I can get my hands on it. So with that in mind, I chose to read Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. This I think will be my third Ali Hazelwood book, and I am going into this knowing that I really like her writing, but I'm also knowing that she's got some spicy scenes in here, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood for that. And I did start this. I'm on chapter 3, page 46. I don't have a ton of thoughts on it so far, but the main girl character, obviously she works in science. I can't remember exactly what she does, but she is an adjunct professor at the moment. She's trying to get a new job, but on the side people pay her to be their girlfriend for the night for like events and stuff. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing a really bad job. My camera died, but like I said, I just started chapter 3, and at the end of chapter 2, we kind of find out something that I feel like will end up leading to like her love interest. That's my hypothesis at the moment. Anyways, I'm just gonna go read because I feel like I'm just talking right now and like talking with nothing to say. I just finished chapter 8, so I'm on page 128, and holy crap, this girl's about to get bit in the butt by her past actions. And honestly, they're really not even that bad, but if she doesn't get the opportunity to like explain herself, they do come across as something being really bad. So I'm really excited to see that go down. I've really been enjoying this so far. I really do like Ali Hazelwood's writing style. It just flows very nicely and nothing is too like blatantly obvious. Like I feel like with a lot of romances, I'm gonna go into it knowing that it's gonna be pretty predictable, and that's not necessarily a bad thing in a romance, but I do want at least a little bit of the plot to be not predictable, and I feel like Ali Hazelwood does a really good job of kind of balancing the predictable romancy part of things, but also still keeping you on your toes. And I think that might be just because of like the sciencey part of it, because I would have literally no idea. Like the sciencey side of the plot, I can almost like never guess. And even just like personal relationships, I never guess things like that either when it comes to like all the Ali Hazelwood books that I've read. Anyways, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm liking it so far, but I'm not like obsessed with the couple in the book right now, but we'll see where we go. Last update for the night, I'm on page 161 and it's starting to get really good. Like I do not want to put this book down at all right now. That's also kind of just how I feel about Ali Hazelwood's writing to begin with. Something about like how the way she writes, I just never want to put the book down. I think maybe just because it's pretty fast paced. I'm back home. Can you tell? Also, yes, my shirt says MILF. Man, I love felines. Anyways, I'm on chapter 19, so I'm pretty close to finishing it. I did listen to the audiobook for a good amount while I was driving. I always listen to audiobooks while I drive, like when I have like a longer drive. So that definitely helped me get through a lot of the book today. I'm still very much on the fence about this book because I like it, it's good, but it's not invoking a lot of like really strong feelings. I am like laughing at some parts, which is nice. So I am like getting into the book, but I'm not obsessed with it. But I think I'm also low-key tired of Ali Hazelwood just at the moment because her books are very similar in just like how she describes things, which is good because it works. Like she's a very good popular author, but reading them like back to back like I did just kind of makes me point it out more that she does write very similar in all of her books. I just feel like I need a change almost. So I don't know. We'll see. Guys, am I getting in a slump or am I just not in the mood for a romance book right now? I am on page 316 and I'm really not enjoying it. I'm so close though, so I'm going to finish it. It's just like if I was feeling these feelings towards the beginning of the book, I probably would have DNF'd it. That's how much I'm like not enjoying it. Like I don't want to pick it up. I don't want to read it. I don't know what's going on because I feel like this is the type of book that I normally would enjoy, but I'm not enjoying it right now, and I do kind of feel like that's mostly because I'm just not in the mood for it. I don't know. I'm gonna power through and I'm gonna finish it because I have like 50 pages left, so I feel like not finishing it at this point is just ridiculous, so I am gonna finish it. I finished Love Theoretically yesterday, and I think I mentioned that I listened to the audiobook for like the last hour of the book because I just could not get into it. I was not enjoying it, to be honest. I don't know what it was. I just like fully lost interest in the book in the last 100 pages, and I feel like if I didn't have the audiobook, I would probably have taken another week to finish this book truly because I just could not sit down and read it. I was not into it at all. So because of that, originally I rated it a 2.5, but now that I've had a little bit of time to reflect on that, I think I'm gonna end up with a 3-star because I did like it. I just didn't love it. It was good, but I just could not get into the last 100 pages, and I feel like that was mostly just because I was not in the mood for it. And honestly, it made me feel almost like I was going into a slump. It almost made me feel a little bit slumpy. So now I'm just kind of letting myself read whatever I want, being super gentle with myself when it comes to reading. I don't know if gentle's the right word, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna stick with a 3, but like a lower 3, if that makes sense. So a quick recap of the other books. Hello Stranger was also a 3-star book. Again, I just really couldn't get into that one. I did really enjoy it as a fiction novel, but not so much as like a romance book because I loved her story, but I did guess what I felt like was supposed to be a major plot twist, and I don't really know if it was actually supposed to be a major plot twist, if that makes sense. And Loathe to Love You ended up with a 3.5-star, truly only because Under One Roof was absolutely my favorite novella that I think I've ever read. The other ones kind of fell flat for me. There's that. Take from that what you will. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!